The Roblox Classic event just released, and it's basically bringing us back to Roblox in like 2006 or something, I don't know, and I will be playing all 15 games and ranking them out of 5 stars. After we are done with all the games, I will place it on a tier list from S down to garbage. Starting with Tower Defense Simulator. You can collect 5 ticks in the lobby and another 5 in each of the missions. There are 5 total missions for tokens, which take around 10 to 20 minutes each, which is very time-consuming. Some missions are too hard, like Mission 3, and some missions are balanced. Overhaul. The content for this is quite nice, saying that they used removed TDS maps, added a Fire Scout skin, and also added enemies, which they definitely didn't steal from the hunt, but for the actual gameplay. It's a little hard for an event. I would say solid 4.2 out of 5. Next is Gunfight Arena. Gunfight Arena is also time-consuming. First, you have to find 10 ticks around a classic map, which is very easy. Then once you're done, you unlock the second part of the quest, where you can get tokens. You must kill a specific number of people with different specified classic weapons. Some weapons are absolutely trash, like the slingshot. This thing don't even attack 50% of the time, but most weapons were decent overall. It's annoying when the weapon don't weapon, but it's a little fun spawn killing these. Little kids doing the event, 3.9 out of 5 for Gunfight Arena. Now it's dressed to impress? I don't know what you were thinking, Roblox, but I don't want to... Okay, so to get all 10 tickets, there is 5 in the intermission lobby and 5 in the actual game thing. And to get the tokens, you need to do this really interesting obby. It doesn't take that long. But why are there random stuff branching off leading to nothing? I literally went there for nothing. Overall, boring and simple. It's literally find it and collect it. And it's dressed to impress, solid 1.5 out of 5. Now it's Bee Swarm Simulator. I can see why this game can join this event. Now I don't know about some games. There are tickets around the main game, the portal thing you go through, and the actual classic challenge where you get tokens. To get all 5 tokens, you need to reach round 10 in the challenge. It does take like around 20 minutes, which isn't really as much compared to everything else. Overhaul, it was a fun and it has a unique challenge, but the one problem is the new players get absolutely fried up, solid 4.8 out of 5. Toilet Tower Defense. I don't see why this is in, but let's get started. You get all 10 tickets around the lobby, and for the tokens, you have to do 5 quests, which is pretty easy. Once you complete 4 quests, you get an exclusive cameraman tower, which is cool, I guess. Overall, why was this part? It was not fun and it was not unique, and I don't like Skibidi Toilet 2.2 out of 5. Restaurant Tycoon is next, and this one took super long. Finding tickets around the map is pretty easy, especially if you have a car, but tokens are a whole different thing. You have to get a total of 150 classic customers for all 5 tokens. And getting 150 classic customers takes a very long time, especially for new players. I'm not that new, and it still took me a long time. Overall, collecting the tickets was easy, and collecting all 5 tokens takes too long, even though I'm decent. I like the classic customers and the concept, 2.3 out of 5. Now it's time for Blade Ball, which isn't quite received by the community. To find all 10 tickets, you need to go to a public server. I don't think you can do private server for some reason. And get a classic map and find a ticket around that map. There are only 1 ticket per classic map, so you have to get 10 different maps. And this takes a really long time, saying you don't always get the map you need, but the tokens... Nah! The tokens took so long on this Fortnite Battle Pass looking quest. Some quests are too hard overall. This was almost the exact same as the hunt. It took a really long time. It was really hard, but it was fun killing some noobs. Not really fun getting killed by the pros. I like the boss battle. It was neatly designed, and so was the attacks, except for the fact it jails me. Then spawns lava and hits me with a rocket at the same time, 2 out of 5. Adopted me. Find all 10 tickets like how you usually do it, collect it around the map, but to get the tokens, you have to raise the teapot. Some random dude gave you each stage of his life is 1 token. This takes a very long time overall. I really like the teapot design and its animations. Gameplay-wise, this takes a long time. I don't know why we have to raise it of 5 stages of its life, 2.6 out of 5. Now it's time for Arsenal. You have to find all 10 tickets in the special classic mission. It's around the mission as you progress, but it isn't in the open. The badge descriptions narrow down where you can find each hidden ticks, because Rolvi did a great job hiding it. Maybe too great of a job. Or you can go to Connor 3D. There are 5 tokens, and here is each way you can get them. Complete the challenge, complete it in under 15 minutes, complete it solo, complete it with only pistol, and collect all the ticks. I have a few problems with this. First is completing it solo. Completing it is already quite a challenge. But solo? Nah, that's crazy. Most kids are on mobile and are probably gonna punch their phone before they can complete it solo. This challenge is super hard without friends. If you have no friends, you have to do pistol only solo and under 15 minutes solo overhaul. The content was really nice. I like the skins, the enemies, and the map. I also like how they incorporated flood escape, but for gameplay, it's really hard for new players and really hard solo. As long as you have friends, it gets a little more easier. 4.3 out of 5. Next is Dusty Trip. You play Dusty Trip Classic like Dusty Trip, except you can collect tickets around meters like 2,000 meters, 6,000 meters, and other stuff, but you have to be careful of enemies being obstacles to your tickets and tokens. That's why you have guns. For tokens, it automatically gives you it along the way to the final boss. The final boss is really cool and enjoyable. Props to Jandel for this fire boss. Overall, the boss is really cool, the concept is cool, and the design of the maps and items is cool. But it takes super long solo and even multiplayer 4 out of 5. Now it's time for Livetopia. This game isn't very classic, so I don't know why this is here. You usually do the tokens first in this game, which is different from the others since you do ticks first. You collect tokens by doing 15 deliveries. What? Once you get the tokens, you get access to find ticks around the map, which is pretty easy. Overall, first few deliveries were fun, and getting tokens are pretty straightforward, but 15 deliveries is crazy. 2.1 out of 5. Now it's Clip It. You collect tickets around the classic maps and darkness maps. You collect tokens by recording classic characters hidden in maps, which is very unique. Overall, the content of the classic maps were good, the tickets were simple, and getting tokens was unique. It does take too long, and the darkness maps you find tickets and characters in is way too dark. 3.3 out of 5. Time for Driving Empire. You find tickets around the classic map easily with your car. The tickets are very big, so it's very visible. The tokens are unfortunately on a battle pass, which is also pay to win. You can speed up your progress for 99 ROBUX. You get XP on the battle pass by doing either deliveries or races. I personally did races, and it was fun for most of the races, but you have to get too much XP to get all 5 tokens. Overall, the map is cool, the concept is cool. I like the classic cars I have to race against, but the battle pass takes too much time, especially if you're new with a new car, and it's pay to win. 1.6 out of 5. Now it's time for Dragon Adventure. This game is really unique. You have to find tickets by finding ticket eggs and incubating it in your plot. There are 2 ticket eggs and 1 token egg per map. To get the tokens, you have to find classic eggs, which spawns a meteor you have to attack to get the actual token egg. Once you get the token egg, you incubate it. This process takes super long because you have to find the eggs in each map, but it's fun adventuring the cool maps and some cool classic sites. Overall, it has a nice concept and it's fun exploring each world. It does take time, and there is pay to win. 2.7 out of 5. Now it's BedWars, which is one of the worst, if not the worst game in the event. There are 2 ticks in the main challenge, and the other 8 in the lobby, which are all easy to find. To get the tokens, you have to survive until round 10 in the challenge, which does not only take like half an hour, it's super hard unless you have some pay-to-win kits. Overall, the only thing I liked about BedWars was the concept of defending your base against enemies. The execution of this concept wasn't the best. The enemies are penguins for some reason, and the only thing classic about them are their weapons. It takes too long and it's too difficult to reach round 10 without pay to win kits. 0.5 out of 5. Now the last of the games, the hub itself. The hub is absolutely fire, and Twin Atlas was cooking with it. There is nothing bad about how the hub looks. The quests are super fun and exciting to do with a lot of secret classic stuff. There are only 3 problems I have. First being joining a YouTuber, admin, and devs game. The queue is incredibly crazy. The second is the boss battle. It was super anticlimactic and easy to do. Lastly, the final prize is a 40,000 Robux item jump scare. Overall, I really like the hub's design itself, and the quests were super cool. The boss is anticlimactic, getting the exclusive creator items took so long, and a 40,000 Robux item, 4.8 out of 5. Now that we are done with all 15 games, including the hub, it's time to put them all in the tier list. And here it is. Beast Swarm Simulator being the best, and BedWars being the worst. But that's all for the video, and see you in the next one.